NIL has transformed the shape of collegiate athletics all across the country. IU's national football championship win shows just how impactful it could be.
Wave News reporter Logan Perone shares how it could reshape high school sports in the Hoosier State.
A recent ruling from the Indiana High School Athletic Association gives students the same opportunity as Kentucky students. They can make money from their name, image, and likeness as long as they do so independently. This summer, state lawmakers will look at how they can best set up their students for success with NIL in the future. Name, image, and likeness. It's taken the collegiate sports world by storm, and Indiana lawmakers want their own playbook at the high school level.
We got to be forward thinking as it relates to policy.
State Representative Alex Burton requested the now approved study of NIL policies in high school sports. He says a framework would stop what he calls out of control transfers while also attracting talent to Indiana. Most importantly, the study is happening to find balance.
I think there's a way to thread that needle to really put the focus on outcomes for our students at the forefront of all of this.
Indiana was one of a few holdouts holding high school students back from making any money until this month. The Indiana High School Athletic Association Board voted to allow athletes to make money off of personal brand activities unaffiliated with their school, its brand, or its facilities. Representative Burton says the study will explore a more traditional NIL that brings all of that into the fold.
I think the culmination of all of that in a package is something that needs to be explored and considered.
Burton says the writing is on the wall. NIL is here to stay. Studying it, he believes, puts Indiana students in the best position beyond high school.
If we can put parameters in place and guardrails in place that protect our students and give them the introduction to NIL in a responsible and cultivating manner, then we're setting our kids up for future successes.
Public input will be a part of the process. Burton says this is a study and there's no set timeline on when state lawmakers could take any action. Logan Perone, Wave News.
All right, interesting stuff. Thank you.